Hello, everybody. I hope you're all as excited as I am. I've been waiting and waiting, and it's finally time. This little goblin right here holds the very first quest of Shadowbringers. Let's get right into it. I don't want to wait. Ooh, white oak weapon coffin. Good news, Chris. We've had a stroke of luck in our search for that beacon. Apparently, our colleagues have stumbled across a hidden path leading down into the hollows around the base of the Crystal Tower. And a path I doubt we'd ever have found had the Ironworks and the Suns not added their number to the party. Thanks to them, we have eager eyes aplenty down there, checking under rocks and peering into every nook and cranny. Still, it sounds like there's a lot of ground to cover. Then we'd better go and give them a hand. Yeah. We better go help. My thoughts exactly. The sooner we find this beacon, the sooner you can travel to wherever it is this mysterious voice is coming from. And the sooner we can work out how to help our friends. We have to find a way to wake them up, and before the Empire comes calling again, meaning we have no time to lose. There's a boat in North Silvertier waiting to ferry people to the site, so let's be on our way. Let's go! That's an interesting new little fanfare. A silly little tune. North Silvertier. Okay, that's still here in Mordona. Decided to treat myself a little bit. Bought a cool motorcycle with my new best buddy Alpha. Been doing the Omega raids. He's a chill little dude. And I can do sick 360s on it. The flying is a little bit goofy looking, but the 360s are rad. Hello, ferryman. Heading to the survey site, sir? It's on the eastern shore of the lake, and the swiftest way to get there is by boat. Let's go. No, sorry, I had a frog in my throat. I thought you were a weird looking, like... From this side, you looked like you were a weird tonberry, like a misformed tonberry. Hi baby, how you doing? Anybody here? Ooh, Coltonet is here. I don't recognize Clements or Aenor. I've detected no slavering beasts in the vicinity. My sister accepted. That's crazy. The Archons need our help. Next to that, even matters of the heart don't seem to matter. Oh, hoary boulder! Makeup time? Hell yeah. Chrysanthemum, the search continues, but I have no doubt we shall find this beacon of yours. I had beacon for dinner. This is a really long loading time for a cutscene. Is it a voice-acted cutscene at least? There's a lot of people here. I change up voices a lot, but I don't have this many voices to go around.
Look how many people there are.
Thank you. Thank you, Yoshi P.
Should we get to it then? Pick up anything that seems the least bit device-like, and we'll make ourselves a pile.
Well, if it isn't the hero of the hour, maybe you'll change our look. We found bugger all without you.
Is this the first time they've been voiced since A Realm Reborn? I feel like it is.
Aye, aye. Well, we could hardly say no to a call for aid from the Scions. Jesse called it the chief of some other business, so we'll be working twice as hard to make up for his not being here.
Do you mean the
Thrice
Omega
as
weapon?
hard even.
What was
Thank
that
you,
voice,
both of you.
Wedge?
I'm sure we'll find that beacon in no time.
I love Biggs and Wedge. I started a bunch of other Final Fantasy games, but this version of Biggs and Wedge is always going to live in my heart.
I'm not seeing anything out here. Do you reckon you could squeeze in there, Wedge?
And get stuck halfway? No, thank you.
Even Wedge knows cave diving is a stupid
I
idea.
could try if you like.
Tataru, no.
Tataru, no! We couldn't ask
Thank
you
you,
to do
Wedge.
that.
Oh, I'll be fine. This receptionist is not afraid to get her hands dirty.
Sorry, I meant to say, the scholars haven't finished their preliminary assessment of the site yet, so we're not supposed to venture too far in. What's that you got there?
I don't know, it's got the Ironworks symbol on it.
Now that looks promising.
Oh, that's not the Ironworks.
Isn't that the Ironworks symbol? Counterfeiters?
Oh.
You all
No,
right?
get out of my head.
What's happening?
Get out of my head.
Stay with me. Focus on my voice. Let expanse contract. Eon become instant.
Wait, this must be it. The device. Oh, this is supposed to happen.
Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Oh, safe journey, warrior of light. Find our friends and bring them
Is that?
home.
That voice sounds familiar now. I don't know, I might be imagining things. I've been watching a bunch of Final Fantasy stuff today, so I've got a bunch of voices in my head. But it sounded kind of familiar. Spades. Am I alone in space? Oh, I'm flying through space. Oh,
Do not look.
no! Why would you do that to me? I was looking for him when I realized they were faces. Why did you do that?
We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this.
Okay, I thought it might have been Ardbert's voice, and now the fact that it focused really heavily on Ardbert has me confused and afraid. I'm crashing into this one. I don't recognize that person. Oh yes, I do.
Has not yet come.
What did I just see? Where am I? That's not me. That's Hardbert. I recognize the axe and the gloves. I really like Hardbert, and he has a really fun Magic the Gathering card. But it's not standard legal, so I can't use it on MTGA. Where am I? I thought the color was just a weird effect from, like, the headache.
From endless dreams I awake.
That's definitely him. That's definitely the Warrior of
Something
Darkness.
vague, yet urgent, calls me to action once more.
Bird. You look like one of the guys from the beginning, but you're in purple.
Rare to meet someone out here who's not a peddler themselves. What brings you into the wilds this time of night?
A really bad headache. What do you mean this time of night? It's as bright as day.
Well, if it ain't the oldest joke in the book. Me granddad, God's rest his soul, used to tell that one to the barman at kicking out time. And when, pray tell, did we last have a dark night? You rotten old drunk yet, he'd reply. Yeah. Over 100 bleeding years ago, that's when.
I don't get it.
You got that look down to a T. I'd almost think you meant it. Ah, got to you, did they? Poor beggar. That explains it then.
No, I'm good.
Well, I've roads to travel and wares to sell, but you best hurry along to the town nearby. Just head east through the trees and aim for the Shining Tower. You'll find the place soon enough. 'Tis the biggest settlement for malms around. Go on now, friend. They'll take good care of you in the Crystarium.
No, it's Chrysanthemum. It's a good try, though. A lot of people mess it up. Don't worry. What is going on? I don't think I'm on Eorzea anymore. I've never seen... The trees are really pretty.
To dizzying heights it rises. The gleaming spire. Its tip threatening to pierce the blinding canopy. There, it will all begin anew. Between dark and light. The pure and the corrupt. The one true struggle.
That was a really cool title card. Oopsie. That's the Crystal Tower. Why is it called the Crystarium? What the fuck's a Norvan? Why can't I use my mounts even? I'm not gonna run to that Aetherite. It seems kind of far when I don't have a mount. Fort Job. The Ostal Imperative. Okay, they built like a city at the base of the Crystal Tower. The Ascensor Gate.
Halt.
Bunny.
Every face in this city I know. Yours, I do not.
I'm wearing a helmet.
This is the threshold of the Crystarium, stranger, and I am its gatekeeper. If you would enter, you will answer my questions.
He has arrived.
From where do you hail?
Ulda.
Do you take me for a fool? No such place exists.
Oh, we're not on Eorzea anymore.
Had you given me an honest answer, I would not have barred your way. We care little here for a person's place of origin. But instead, you chose concealment. And I will not suffer you to pass.
Okay, that's pretty cool. You're a dancer. Dancy Bunny. What is that?
That one had eaten. It must have gulped down the whole hand. Ring and all.
Oh no, wait. He was wearing that ring.
Everything all right, Captain?
I saw you in my dream.
Quite all right, my lord. Just a stray sin eater, and a weak one at that.
I see. Weak or not, we should be on the lookout for more. But I see you've met my guest. I will escort him to the Crystarium myself, if you've no objections.
Crystal Exile.
Another of your mysterious friends, is it? I should have known. Very well. I'll inform the others your guest is to be given the run of the city. Pray forgive my less than cordial welcome. May the rest of your stay with us be a pleasant one.
You seem nice enough. You seem like you're just doing your
Come with
job.
me. I will answer whatever questions you have when we're somewhere more private.
I've got a lot.
Right then, before we plunge into the wheres and wherefores, let me first thank you for answering my summons.
I didn't have a lot of choice.
I had intended
Why are you
to bring directly
crystallized?
to my personal quarters, but I fear my aim was slightly off. That you were still able to make the crossing unharmed is a great relief. And so, we come to the question of where. The realm in which you now find yourself belongs to one of the 13 reflections, or shards. The first, to be precise, even if its inhabitants are largely oblivious to the fact.
Oh. Wait. The Warriors of Darkness were from the first. That's why it's so bright. They had said that the light grew too powerful. I didn't think that that was literal. There's no nighttime anymore. That's wild.
As to wherefore, having been awarded the rather grandiose title of Crystal Exarch, I, in my capacity as caretaker of the Crystarium, thought to seek the aid of you and your companions.
Wait. The others are here? Are the other Scions here?
That is a question with no simple answer. But all shall be explained in due course, I promise you. Let us begin with the glaring skies up above.
Hold on, wait. If the other Scions are here, does that mean that my body just flopped? Oh, don't make me do that to Tataru.
Here in the first, the world has been all but consumed by primordial light. It began a century ago, by this realm's reckoning. A luminous flood swallowing everything in its path. More than 9/10 of this star was lost. And the fortunate few who survived are hounded by abominations born of that catastrophe even now. Sin Eaters, we call them. The creature you saw earlier was one such monstrosity.
Why did it have the ring of the guy?
It was to save the first from this menace that I learned to bridge the rift between worlds. That I might call upon the aid of the greatest of heroes. Though it meant depriving a world of its champion, I had to try. For in saving the first, you would bring salvation to the source as well. But what manner of host harangues his guests in the middle of the road? Let us continue our talk within the Crystarium.
It ate him? Okay. So it's not like he turned into the thing? I was 50-50 on that. This place is nice.
Such a proud and vibrant city. The sole sanctuary for the living in a world all but resigned to oblivion. Each stone was laid with hope. The town itself a symbol, a monument to defiance in the face of death. No would-be hero could fail to answer its call. For who among us does not yearn for salvation?
This place is really cool looking. Castellarium fun fact, if you go back and watch the first 14 trailer, the inn from that trailer was used as inspiration for the Castellarium. Oh, do you mean the one where they're like hanging out and one of them draws a card and it shows them fighting on like the flying turret things that the Garleans have? Interesting. I guess I could kind of see that. This little loop here with the thingies on the side made me think it was a basketball court and I was about to get dunked on. And here we are. Welcome, my friend, to the Crystarium. Wait. What job? What job? I don't want to get rid of Dark Knight Sword, so not Dark Knight. I don't know what job to get this on. Perhaps. Red Mage? But I've been doing my Animos weapon, or my Eureka weapon. Is the Samurai one any good? Or what about the Black Mage? You don't know? Okay. I'm gonna do Samurai. The Deep Gold Blade. It's not bad, but it's not market board excluded, so I can just grab other ones. They're probably kind of expensive though. White Oak Chest Gear Coffer. Now, a full and frank discussion in the privacy of my study would seem to be in order. But I think our conversation would be more meaningful were you first to gain a firmer grasp of the situation here. To that end, I would like you to visit a few of the Crystarium civic leaders, and glean something of this world and its predicament. That aetheryte looks insane. As you can see, this path will take you directly to the aetheryte, a convenience with which I am sure you are only too familiar. Being the rightful object of my summoning spell, you should in theory be able to reach all the way back along your etheric trail and find a connection in the source, believe it or not. I strongly suggest you complete this attunement before venturing any further. I'm on Crystal Coral. After you've done so, walk up the steps next to the aetheryte and head out to the left to arrive in the crystalline mean. This is where you'll find our collective of crafters and gatherers, as well as their spokeswoman, Catullus, one of the people I should like you to meet. Another is Morin. To reach him and his Captain of Curiosity, you'll want to avoid the aforementioned steps, take the exit on the left, and simply continue straight along and down until you come to the large doors at the end of the path. The third and final person I would like you to meet is Bragi, our man in charge of trade and distribution. He is to be found in the market, which you can access from the opposite side of the Aetheryte Plaza. In seeking out each of my colleagues, you will visit the major districts of the city, and hopefully gain a feel for the place. I trust my directions were simple enough. Crystal clear! Hey! Very good. I concede the layout of the Crystarium owes more to historic necessity than planning, but I'm sure you'll learn its twists and turns before long. In all honesty, the true challenge may be in finding the right way to approach its citizens. As you discovered during your encounter with the captain, the people of this world are unaware of the existence of other stars, and will struggle to accept the truth of your origin. That being the case, when they ask whence you hail, as they inevitably will, I suggest you claim to share a homeland with the Crystal Exarch. There's an unspoken rule about peering too deeply into that particular mystery. When you finish making the rounds, pray meet me in the large courtyard at the center of town. Until then. I like that little tune when you accept quests. Look at that little guy. They look so edgy. Hello, Aetheryte. Oh! Well, hello there. By focusing your senses, you detect the flow of vastly distant currents of Aether. Your connection to these energies is faint but stable, and should allow teleportation to Aetherites in the source. Oh, so I can teleport back to Eorzea. Hello there. What are you giving me? A million gil? Have a cabbage. Why are you giving me a million gil? Why are you giving me money? What are you doing? Tika. What are you... No, okay, stop. What are you doing? Explain yourself. Shut up? No, you shut up. What are you doing? My sub ends in 3 days. Oh, and you said that you weren't coming back, or at least not coming back for a while, didn't you? And I'm not renewing it this time. Okay then. Alright, well I appreciate it. So I figured I'd give you some cash. I appreciate it. I could use it to level up my other crafters. I'm gonna hit the Manderville real quick. Well, I appreciate it. I might either... Oh, which one is that? Okay, that's the same one I got. How do you do the little... Hold on. You did like a weird little like cross-guardy thing. How do you do that? I've seen people do it on Samurai. / B-pose. Oh. B-pose. Does not exist. Is it perhaps B stance? Nope, that's this emo. Unless... no. I don't know. But thank you for the 4 million. That's the most gil I've ever had. Look at you doing all kinds of flippy shit. Hold on. Is it maybe like different for every race? Is that why you've got more flippy stuff than I do? If I could do more than 1 mil per trade, I woulda. That's one thing. Yeah. I don't know. It's like one of those things that's the game definitely showing its age. Little limitations like that. Alright, well hey, I appreciate it. I am gonna go and start talking to a bunch of these people. What do you got? Oh, you got Umbrella? I got... oh, I sold all my sparklers. I have this silly thing. I thought you were pulling out like a sparkler champagne or something. Where did my champagne go? Did I sell it? I think I must have. Yeah, I must have. I need to clean out my pockets. Why are you doing that face? Did I do something bad? Was I not supposed to sell that? No? Okay. Ooh, Ethernet. How many? That's a lot. I know that there's some emote, or Realm Reborn Red, that's right. Oh, you get it from the Ceremony Outfitter in East Shroud. Okay. I got worried all of a sudden because I was like, you know, now that I say that, I've never actually seen a merchant that sells it. How do I get to this one? Is it like, it must be up above me somewhere. I'll get it later. I'm gonna go drop more money on people. Have fun. Thank you for the money. We're rich. But yeah, if it wasn't limited, you likely would have been drowning in like 200-ish or 20-ish mil. Jesus. See, I picked up like gathering and crafting jobs to try to make gil, but I'm so early in the expansions that the stuff I'm gathering isn't worth anything and isn't bought very often. Excuse me, sir. Are you recently come to the city, perchance? I'm quite familiar with our civic roles, you see, and well... What I mean to ask is, have you brought any books with you? A rumpled scroll even? A scrap of scribbled on parchment? My apologies. Literature is something of an obsession of mine, as well as a profession. Submarines are the real money. I just found someone today to look after my house and subs while I'm gone. Hell yeah. Librarian Morin, at your service. And this humble collection is known as the Cabinet of Curiosity. As your powers of perception have likely informed you, my colleagues and I are responsible for curating all manner of tomes, documents, and other vehicles for the written word. I know my FC has some subs. Can you get subs for, like, a personal house as well? As horrific as the loss of life and land wrought by the flood unquestionably was, the damage to recorded knowledge was no less catastrophic. We few do all we can to preserve what wisdom survived. But tell me, what brings you to the cabinet today? Looking for any title in particular? Mayhap a spot of academic research? Crystal guy told me to come talk to you. Oh, so you've an interest in modern history. Splendid. A thorough review of recent events can often yield novel perspectives, I quite agree. If you would prefer something visual to accompany the account, then I think I have an illustrated history book for children somewhere. Just a moment, and I'll fetch it for you. One second. Okay. Submarines are the real... Oh, I already read that. And here we are. Would you like to pull up a chair? Make yourself more comfortable? On with the lesson, then. You seem like a sweetheart, Morin. 100 years ago, or near enough not to matter, villains known as the Warriors of Light slew the Shadowkeeper, the Steward of Darkness. In the wake of this tainted deed, light began to pour into this world as if from unseen cracks. It pooled and swelled without cease, until the day an enormous blinding wave rose up and swept across our star. We call this calamity the Flood of Light. Everything it touched was leached of life and vigor, leaving naught behind but a luminous wasteland. Yet, just when it seemed that all would be lost, a savior appeared before us. The Oracle of Light. She stood twixt us and approaching doom, and by her power did she stay the flood. Thus was Norvant, and Norvant alone, spared the fate of erasure. Oh, I already know. I can see the braid. Tragedy would, however, arrive in another form. From the blasted emptiness descended horrors of strange and terrible aspect to bedevil the few folk who survived. These sin-eaters were light incarnate, and their effulgent presence stole the night from Norvant's sky. Even now they circle the remaining bastions of civilization, ever on the hunt for us, ever hungering for our flesh. And thus did the world become what it is. Should you ever wish to hear the tale again, I would be glad to retell it for you. Or if you would rather I speak of other matters, that too would be my pleasure. I should be glad of the company. Your exchange with Morin has taught you about the Flood of Light. What is this? What did you give me? I have this. Did it give me something else? No, it just had an icon. Didn't mean to jump all the way down, but it works. Where was the door? There's the door. It kind of blends in and my eyes aren't so good. This place is huge. What is happening? Oh, I had my hand on the wrong keys. Is there any more out there? No. Alright, so hopefully this one will take me up to the Temenos Rookery. Is there an Aether current or an Aethernet here? Nope. Then in that case, I will just head over here. Although, there's probably an Aethernet over here. There it is. Hi, little guy. Doing some crafting. Hell yeah. Oh, I heard the sprint thing pop up while I was looking at my other monitor. Ugh. It's like a big kitchen. Rare to see a place so well stocked with goods, isn't it? But not here. I'm gonna guess you're new to our fair city. Well, for what it's worth, you've chosen a fine sanctuary. The Exarch can throw up a barrier if the Sin-Eaters come knocking, so it's a damn sight safer in here than it is out there. Safer and more civilized, too, thanks to us in the mean. We work together to procure materials and resources, and craft the goods which make city life possible. This is the place to visit if you need a coat mended or a kettle forged. Just don't go thinking it'll all be handed to you on a plate like those Elmoran layabouts. Here in the Crystarium, we work for a living. Though I see you're no stranger to honest labor. You don't have the whiff of indolence about you like some folk I've met. Still, I can't quite pin down your profession. Where is it you're from? Crystal Exarch home. One of the Exarch's countrymen, you say? I see. Well then, I'll work twice as hard to make you feel welcome. Our city wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for him, and any friend of his is a friend of ours. It's really quite incredible when you think about it. They say his grand magic summoned the Crystal Tower into existence, pulled the entire thing out of thin air. Is the Crystal Tower gone from Eorzea? I'll have to look. It wasn't quite long before droves of refugees began congregating around its base, desperate for shelter after losing their homes to the flood. And that's how the Crystarium began. At the Exarch's invitation, buildings started showing up, and with the help of some curious relics brought forth from the tower, the place gradually expanded into the thriving metropolis you see today. The city's stood here for decades now, yet the oldest among us swear the Exarch looks exactly the same as he did back then. He is indeed a man of many mysteries, but for all his secrecy, he has never yet let us down. So if he, and you, wish to remain silent about your shared homeland, then the folk here will respect your wish for privacy. I am, however, more than a little curious to see any crafting talent you might be hiding. If you've aught to contribute on that front, be sure to come back and visit once you've had a chance to settle in. Just ask for Catbliss, and I'll find you a niche here in the Crystalline Mean. You can help keep the cogs of the city greased and turning. Okay, so about partway through that conversation, my alarm went off. Here in just a few, after I go talk to this last person, we're going to the Gold Saucer. I understand we're in a fancy new world. There's gambling to be done. I like that axe. A ceremonial bardiche. I'm gonna go and grab this one first. Market boards. Retainer vocate. Oh. You can get retainers in the Custarium? Interesting. Oh? Oh, what? Ooh. Neat sword. A piece of advice for Shadowbringers: I highly recommend showing your face. Glamour. Okay. You'll notice some subtle and some not so subtle things. Okay. Then after this quest, when I go back to Old Daw for a minute, I'm gonna... Oh wait, hold on, is there an inn here? Personal suite. Can I change stuff in the personal suite? I think so? Okay. This place is massive, but I guess if it's the last city on Norvand, then that makes sense. Hi, Braggy. I've been thinking about just getting rid of the helmet anyway, so... Note of the city, friend. The spinning head and wide eyes give you away. Welcome. Name's Braggy, and I'm the master of these markets. They gave the district another official title, but I'm not in the habit of using it. Too florid by half. In any case, our merchants stock a range of equipment for humans such as yourself, so finding something in your size shouldn't be a problem. I'm sorry, did you say Hume? Humes are the ones from Final Fantasy XI. You've got some cash now to get a nice glam? I do. I'm actually yeah. Did you say Hume? I'm not gonna say I'm a here. It's gonna make me look weird. Aye, something wrong? Let's see if we can straighten this one out. See the two in front? The shorter one is a Hume, like you. And the tall one is an elf. That sturdy individual over there is a Gulgent. Oh. IT. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma, you may be entitled for compensation. Yo, I'm sorry about Milo. Is it my load on your face? Milo balls in your mouth? Oh, I was close. Damn it. Also, the one with the horns is a Dron. I will forget all these names. And then you have the large, scaly chaps with long tails and a knack for raising livestock. Those would be the Zun. Which is apparently not the name you know them by. Now I'm curious to know which far-flung region you hail from. Crystal Lake, Sarkville? Ah, the same one as the Exarch, eh? Well, that explains it. You don't get much farther flung than that. We've had a few of your lot pass through in recent years, and despite their obvious learning, they floundered over the simplest things. But not to worry. Should you find yourself confused by the local language or customs, I'll be here to answer your questions. Do you like Destiny? I mean, I enjoyed Destiny too. And you should play with these tiny nuts. That's crazy. Okay. I'm going... Jesus Christ. I'm going down here. I want to see if I won anything on the Mega Cactpot. Why is it cheaper for me to teleport between dimensions than it is for me to teleport to Kugane by like half? Gold saucer time! Cactpot! Gimme. What do you mean? What do you mean? It says 7 p.m., but that's not the correct time. Open up. Give me numbers. I'm afraid you're early for the drawing, sir. Can I help you while you wait? 6:04 p.m. 1:04 a.m.? It lied. "7 p.m. Earth time." Earth time is Eorzea time. Server time. Now I've gone and fucked it up. Okay. I guess I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna worry about the bonus for getting here early. I'm gonna go take my helmet off. I can just go in here. There's a glamour dresser in the squadron quarters. T, why is that fish having wings, and why are the Sea of Thieves nuts? Got 'em! I recognize that one. You gotta get up pretty early in the morning to get me with that. What if I have a little flower? What if I have a funny hat? What if I have a big hat? No. It's either little flower or nothing. I don't think that little flower works very well. Except for the flower petals that come off of my thing. Should I have glasses? Did you know that Kentucky is the only state that starts with the letter K? I know that the joke is Kansas, but I'm trying to figure out what it would be. Kansas dick fit in your mouth. Ah! I'm thinking just Emperor's New Hat. Yeah, that'll do. You can't keep getting away with it! Wait, what was that? Oh, that's freaking massive. But hold on. Map? Yo! That looks really cool. And so all of this is like light closing in on Norvant? Interesting. Alright, up here. Is he all the way up there? He's most of the way up there. Shit looking like paradise. Paradis. Are you talking about Paradis Island from, Attack on Titan? Paradis balls on your face? Oh, I thought you were saying it looked like Paradis because it had like a big wall around it. I thought it was an Attack on Titan reference. You got me with that one. I did, it was a gotcha. Oh no! I can't believe you've done this. Well, how did you fare? Did my colleagues help you form a clearer picture of the world and its people? Vaguely. Yes, it seems you were treated to a most thorough introduction. I understand it was something of a chore, but 'twas necessary that you grasp these things before we proceed. As for the Crystal Tower's origin, you may have noted that details were sparse. The structure is, in fact, the selfsame one you know from the source, transported to the First in its entirety. It was my first attempt at breaching the boundaries between worlds, something of a trial run for your eventual crossing. And although I do not know which era I tore it from, I do know that its arrival served to set the wheels of fate in motion. Wait. Okay, I forgot to check. I forgot to check and I have to know. Okay, it's still here. Okay, so they didn't rip out the entire thing. Take me to the gate. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get all the Aethernets here. You've done as I requested and learned something of the world in which you find yourself. Now it's time I fulfilled my half of the bargain and explained what has befallen your comrades. That is a conversation I would rather have in the privacy of my quarters, however. I must go on ahead to the tower and organize a few things, but I shall see that the guard knows to admit you. Just like that, then Grahatia is... I'm not familiar with that name. Is there something I should know? He was just kind of watching the gate of the Crystal Tower. An extraordinary tale, but I'm afraid I found no such individual residing in the tower when it passed into my care. Mayhap we can revisit that mystery another time. For now, I think it best that we focus on the present. It is a funny amount of stairs. There's a lot. Greetings, sir. The Exarch awaits you within. Let me in! Oh, this place is pretty. Oh, that's really cool. Wait, that floor, that's the one that you spoke to me
Welcome to
on.
the Ocular, my private study. We can speak here without fear of being overheard. I have much to explain, but the truths which I must touch upon in doing so would cause only distress and confusion to the people of this world. Pray keep that in mind. Now, I am sure you are desperate to know the fate of your fellow Scions.
Yes.
To put it simply, they are here in the First. Their arrival, however, was not as recent as you may imagine. Here, time flows at a different pace from that of the Source. In the space of a single hour in your home world, an entire year might pass in the First, and the reverse could also be true. The pace fluctuates without rhyme or reason, and it cannot be predicted. That said, we seem to be entering a period of near equivalence, and thus, for the moment, you need not overly concern yourself with the passage of time.
Okay.
As for your companions, however, Yustola and Urianger have dwelled here for 3 winters, all told, while Thancred's count stands at 5. Even our more recent arrivals, Alphino and Alize, have lived in the First for almost a year.
Okay, so they're almost adults now.
My intention had been to summon only you, but the art of reaching across worlds has proven exceedingly difficult to master. Thus it was that my fumbling hand closed upon those to whom your fate is most closely bound as well. As they were not the object of my summons, their transference was incomplete.
Oh, is Thancred
Though they
naked
may
again?
appear to possess corporeal bodies, they are in truth merely spirits that one can see and touch. Consequently, while you yourself will be able to pass between worlds with relative freedom, they will not. Much as it grieves me, they are stranded here, unable to return.
Oh, so you fucked up. Then find a way to send them back.
We spent every waking hour searching for a way to reverse the summoning. In the beginning, at least.
In the Beninging.
As you may have surmised, however, our efforts met with little success. And then we all but abandoned the endeavor once Urianger shared with us the vision he had witnessed during his journey through the rift. In that chaotic no-man's land between realms, time and space warp and blend in unexpected ways. What Urianger saw was the future. That which would one day come to pass. In his vision of tomorrow, the First was rejoined with the Source. This collision of worlds brought about the 8th umbral calamity and the deaths of countless multitudes.
Oh, God. Yeah, that'd do it.
Urianger clearly saw the fall of the Scion's mightiest champion. He watched you die. And thus did the Scions embrace their exile, and began searching this world for a means to forestall the coming catastrophe in yours. Their souls are stranded in the First, yes, but they have fought on, desperate to save their home and you from destruction. Nor have their efforts been in vain, for it was they who finally established that the elimination of the Sin Eaters will indeed serve to prevent the calamity. Considering these circumstances of our meeting, you would be forgiven for doubting my version of events. And so, before all else, I would suggest you track down your comrades and hear the tale from their lips. I shall of course be happy to assist in these reunions, and you need not make any decisions regarding your involvement until you are certain of where you stand. Meanwhile, I promise I will not rest until I have found a way to help your friends return home. What say you? Have I earned your trust for the moment, at least?
I don't feel like I have a lot of choice. I mean, okay, I can come and go as I want, I literally went to the casino while I was while I was visiting everybody. But everybody else is stuck. And if I go back and take a little nappy nap back home, then everybody's gonna get real old real quick. Yeah, for want of a better choice.
Excellent. You will not regret this. With that settled, we shall have to see about getting you ready for the road. Traveling across the rift has no doubt left you weary. I will arrange for a room where you might rest in comfort. While it's being prepared, perhaps I can show you around.
Sure. Can you show me to every Ethernet? The Crystarium boasts a number of residential districts, but I have been informed that a room has just become available at the Pendants, which as it turns out is perfect. Our path there will take us past the markets, and I was hoping to give you my own introduction to their wares. Come along. Okay. I already got the Musico Universalis market. Why did you introduce me to, or have me go meet Braggy then, if you're just gonna show me around anyway?
This is the Musica Universalis, the commercial heart of the Crystarium. What you might need to prepare for your journeys can be purchased here. Ah, yes. You must be curious about the currency. Fear not. The gil you carry will serve you well enough.
I carry a lot more right now.
Each nation once minted its own coins, but 'twas all a jumbled mess following the flood. After much debate, the local merchants eventually elected to revert to the old ways, wherein a coin's value was decided by the worth of its metal. As for a unit of measurement, we agreed upon the term gil, a word borrowed from coins uncovered within the Crystal Tower here. And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so too did our usage of gil become common practice. From what your stola tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gil here, or near enough not to matter. Our way of life has benefited greatly from the artifacts we recovered from the tower, some of which may be familiar to you.
Tombstones. They made the tombstones into smartphones. Oh no. Not more tombstones.
But I fear it would not be practical for us to provide
Tombphone.
everything to which you are accustomed. You shall need a means to access the commodities of your homeworld. Avan Kerm Sin?
Yes, I'm here. Of course I'm here. What amusements do you have for me today?
Are you Celine?
My dear Feo Ul, paragon of pixie kind. For you, I have the most vital task. This fine gentleman is a friend from a distant realm. And we have need of a means to ferry things back and forth from his home. Might you be able to assist us in this matter?
came from beyond, didn't you? From beyond the rift. How wonderfully exciting. What a brave and reckless and marvelous thing you did. You've the heart of a pixie, you do. After careful consideration, I have decided to grant you my assistance. Make a pact with me and the fun can begin. But answer me this, traveler. Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your nails?
Yeah. I didn't pick up new teeth and nails at the store.
Just as I thought. Then you've a good stout connection with your home through which all your belongings, great and small, may easily pass. From this moment forth I will be your Isne Fis, and you my Snay Yak. Like the branch which sprouts from the sapling, our bond will flow unbroken from one to the other.
Oh, you're not wearing clothes. That's just part of you. That's creepy. Yeah, make a pact with the Fae. Do it.
Tis done. We are bound now, dearest sapling. Come then. Make your request. Tell me your desire. I wish to visit this world of yours.
Mayhap a message to your friends in the Source to inform them of your safe arrival.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Send a message to Tataru. I want her to know I'm okay, because I just disappeared in front of her.
As you heard, that was Feo Ul of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity for magic akin to that of arcane beings. They rarely show themselves in populated areas, but Feo is insatiably curious even by Pixie standards, and seems to have taken a liking to the Crystarium. Right, we were going to organize a room for you, weren't we? Come along.
Yeah. I already went back to the inn in Old Da, but a new house will do. As a result of your pact with Feo Ul, you now have access to delivery removals, market boards, and summoning bells while in the first. I thought I already did. I didn't try to use them yet. Ugh. There's another thingy. Why is this place called the Pendants? Ah, there you are. I was just finalizing the matter of your accommodation. You'll have a private room here at the Pendant for the duration of your stay, so make use of it as you see fit. When you are ready to retire, the manager will show you to your lodgings. Pray rest and recuperate, and we shall reconvene in the Ocular Inn. I believe that covers all of the practical concerns. Thank you for answering my call, Chrysanthemum. We are denied the comforting blanket of night, but may welcome dreams attend you nonetheless. Pleasure to meet you, sir, and welcome to your new home at the Pendants. Your room is ready, if you'd care to retire. Sure. What does my room look like? Do I have a nice view? There's a window, but it appears to just be to the other wall. There is no light coming through, despite all of the light outside. Oh, is the game calling me out? The game actually just called me out. That's hilarious. That's really good. It's him!
You. warrior of light from the source.
Why do you look so mad at me? The warrior of darkness.
What? Did you just... You can hear me?
I can see you too.
Oh, gods, how long has it been? That was what I called myself in your world. The warrior of darkness. My real name is Ardbert. I used an alias in the source. A daft one, looking back.
At least you can admit it.
If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood.
And your world thinks you're villains.
We thought our home doomed. And so we listened to the Ascians. Let them guide us to the source, and tried to hasten their goddamned ardor. I remember when we fell, defeated by you and yours. I remember our audience with Minfilia. How she listened to our pleas and returned our souls to the first. The flood was poised to swallow Norvrant. Minfilia and my friends, they surrendered what little they had left to hold it back. Just faded away, leaving me to bear witness.
Oh no.
Tell me, do you know the year? How much time has passed since we caused the flood?
I've been told about 100 years.
100 years. 100 long years.
You're a ghost. You're long dead, aren't you?
My hands find no purchase. My gestures catch no eye, and my pleas, be they whispered or screamed, reach not a single ear. I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift.
Shit.
I feel as if I've been walking forever. I hardly noticed when my mind and body began to fray at the edges. Then bang! My senses were sharp again. I felt like a fish being reeled in, and before I knew it, I found myself in this room. Why is it that you can see me? What are you even doing here, come to that?
I got called here by the Exarch. So did the other Scions. Me and my buddies came to run your pockets again.
Save the first. A waste of time. This world is beyond saving, like those who try to save it.
Nah, I'd win.
Muddled as my mind may be, I've not forgotten that. But if fate has brought me to you, the one person in this God's forsaken world who can see and hear me, then perhaps there is a reason I endured. If I can find out why I was left behind, then maybe I can bring this journey of mine to an end. Well, I'll be watching, Warrior of Light. But do me a favor. Be careful out there. This world has had its fill of heroes.
You know, you seem really, like, nice, but also depressing when you're not trying to actively kill me. The game has done like a really good job of making me feel like a complete stranger here. Sleeping in heavy armor, make a con save against exhaustion. Oh shit, hold on. Isn't there a roll button? Damn it. I thought there was. Hold on. Dice. There are no party members. Dice. The command dice is unavailable at this time. No! So let's see. I don't have the rookery, but I think I have all the other ones. I just need the rookery. Which, I don't know if that's up or down. I'm gonna go and explore and try to find that real quick. Am I missing any others? Actually, let me check. Ethernet. The Amaro launch. Oh wait, I got the rookery already. Okay, take me to the gate and take me north. Is it in here somewhere? It's kind of left. Oh, maybe it's up and left? Yeah, that would make sense. It's upstairs? Okay, yeah. There it is. Yay, I have everything now. Lakeland is now accessible as an Ethernet destination. Exarch. You know, this would be a great way to get like a morning workout in. Just run up and down the stairs a few times. Throw on like some Eye of the Tiger.
How did you find your new quarters? I trust you were able to rest.
There's a ghost in my room. Well enough, thank you. I'm not actually going to say there was a ghost. Hey, running up those stairs, I'll trip and die? Yeah.
Should you want for anything, pray let me know. Now, let us return to the subject of the Scion's whereabouts. This map shows the lands of Norvrand, the only area to be spared the flood of light. The Crystarium is here, in the region known as Lakeland. To the north is the fairy kingdom of Il-Meg. That is where you'll find Urianger. To the east lies the once prosperous civilization of Rak-Tika. Your Stola is stationed there, in the heart of the forest.
Hey, that's where you live.
Alas, neither location can be reached without considerable difficulty.
My great wood.
You first seek out one of the twins, each of whom is stationed but a short flight from the Crystarium. Alphino is on Calusia, an island off the western shore. It is home to a city called Yulmore, where the rich and privileged while away their days in idleness. For his part in furthering our cause, Alphino journeyed there to meet with the citizenry and forge alliances. From what I hear, he has since kept himself busy gathering information around the main settlement.
Yeah, that sounds like Alphino.
Alizé, meanwhile, traveled south to the arid wastes of Armareng. They lie upon the very edge of the inhabitable world, where the flood of light was halted. Those who dwell there live in constant fear of attack by the Sin Eaters. In contrast to her brother, Alizé felt that her energies would better be spent learning about the enemy, and thus she sells her services as a guard, both to hone her skills and gather information on our foe. So, will it be Calicia or Armareng? It matters not which you choose to visit first. Simply inform me once you've made your decision, and I will see to it that you are provided with a suitable mount.
Can I have my mounts?
Ah, but you must be wondering about Thancred. He has taken up with a new companion, and is presently engaged as a wandering hunter of Sin Eaters. Being ever on the move, his whereabouts are often difficult to ascertain, but I am certain your paths will cross ere long.
What do you mean by a new partner? Is it Estinian? It can't be, right? Okay, hold on. What item level is my current gear? 395, so this would be a waste. I'll wait until I have it all, and then I'll just open it up for, Samurai. Now that's just silly. I don't know. You'll visit Alphino and Calicia then. Excellent. As I mentioned, your destination is an island off the west coast, so you will need a mount capable of making the journey. Here's a letter of introduction. Present it to Shem Jamai, the master of beasts at Temenos Rookery, and he will take care of you. When you see Alphino, be sure to pass on my warmest greetings. Ready to depart for Armareng? Alice will be overjoyed to see you safe. I know she was particularly concerned for your well-being. She, impressed upon me how regrettable the timing of her summoning was. Repeatedly. It was bad timing. I only hope that my part in sending you to her will garner me some manner of forgiveness. Here, this is a letter of introduction addressed to a man named Cassard, the master of a merchant caravan. There are a few who know the ways of the desert as well as he does. Find him at the Amaro launch and he will see that you reach your destination. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe, catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Amaro lunch! Cassard, take me. Take me away from here. If you've come looking for work, I might have a spot for another guard. Oh, a friend of the Exarch. Hoping to meet someone in Armareng, are you? Then I shall be your guide. I was about to set off for our outpost there, as a matter of fact, so we can leave right away, assuming you have everything you need. Let's go! Wait. You can now travel to Armareng, speak with the adroit Amaro Tamer to fly to the desert. You can also use your Aether Compass to assist with locating Aether Currents in the region. Triple Triad matches are not allowed.
Armareng. From this parched earth, the nation of Nabath, Areng once rose. When I journeyed here, long ago, I spoke with a sun-weathered elder. He told me Armareng meant majestic land in the language of his people. And so it might still be, were it not for the light's unrelenting onslaught.
Oh yeah, the narrator's Artbert. I recognized him immediately. It was when he was talking in my head, I think it might have been him, talking in my head, that I didn't recognize him before. I feel like it was him, because he was also the one that it focused on while I was drifting. Oh, no matter how many times I come here, the heat never fails to catch me off guard. Don't be surprised when the temperature drops at night, though. The sky is still bright, of course, but it gets brisk enough to make you shiver. Now, the Exarch's letter said I was to take you to the inn at Journey's Head, which is where this Alice friend of yours is staying. But that's a fair old distance, so I propose we make a stop in Mordsuk to break up the trek, allowing me to attend to some business and you to enjoy the local hospitality. Sound good? Good. Alright, you lot, I'm off, and I better not see the goods covered in sand when I get back. Right, we head southwest, then straight as an arrow. I can see the Aetheryte from here. It's beautiful. Look at that. Hold on. Oh, my silly motorcycle. Look at it. It's perfect. It's such a funny looking dude. I need one. Stop here a moment. This is your first visit to Amarang, is it not? Before you cross the River of Sand, you need to turn around and feast your eyes on that. What am I looking at? So begins the theme of new sabotenders. I'm not upset about it. I'd like more. They built him big, didn't they? That's Kasar Sharo, a fortress meant to protect the northern reaches of Amarang. Seeing what was left behind, I believe it when they say it was once made of, when it was once one of Norvrant's mightiest nations. At least until the flood came along, great chunks of Nabatharang's lands were lost to the light, its great city included. A few who survived didn't see much point in staying, most of them anyway. No, not many choose to come here these days, not with everything in ruins. Even that hulking great fortress has become little more than an Amaro roost for me and my caravan. But not everywhere is as deserted as this place. Just wait until you see Mordsuk. Let's press on, shall we? I wonder if I can get to the bottom of the light. I wonder if I would die. It's probably just an optical illusion. Because if I look even further up, it's just blinding. Excuse me, Cassard, I have something very important to do before I talk to you. This is a neat Aetheryte. All of these Aetherites so far have been really neat. Fuck man, I'm getting such nostalgia watching you go through here. Yeah? Meow. I like doing 360s on my motorcycle. Here we are, Mordsuk. By the blessed shadow, I love this town. Mordsuk. Not just full of Mord, but Humes and all manner of others too. It has long been a refuge for folk displaced by the flood, so the population's nothing if not diverse. Oh, have you met a Mord before? They might look like shifty little blighters, but a more welcoming lot you could never wish to meet. Speaking of which, we should pay our respects to Master Gengen. I'll go ahead and let him know we've arrived. Oh, it's the goblins! I love goblins. They're Mords. Or wait, they're kobolds, not goblins. That's a kobold.
Master Gengen, this is the friend of the Exarch I was telling you about.
I'm excited. This is the first time we're ever hearing a kobold voice actor, I think.
Very good. Though friend or no, all are welcome in Mordsuk.
Souk is Mordish for city. As things stand, this souk boasts the largest and busiest marketplace in all Armorang. You'll find ore from the mines here, of course, but all manner of other things too, many of them rare. As I told you before, not many visit Armorang by choice, but Mordsouk's a different story. Merchants come from malms around to purchase the relics the Mord dig up.
So we still use malms.
Aye, that they do. For Mords do not dismiss the spoils of the earth. We clean them and polish them and reveal to the world their true value.
Yeah, you're not
That
kobolds.
is why they come here, come from far away, come with much money. And so our souk is always busy, busy, busy. No such thing as a thing no one needs.
You say that every time, Master Gengen. Some sort of family motto, wasn't it? Or perhaps a Mord philosophy, for which we should all be very grateful. Would that everyone was so willing to take in refugees regardless of race or creed.
So long as they're willing to work.
Now then, if you intend to spend any time here, you'll want to gain the trust of the locals.
Society quest
And
unlocked.
there's a little custom all newcomers are expected to observe.
The cracking of the coin purse. You buy one thing from the market. Price can be low or high, just as long as you buy.
As the good Mord says. In fact, the Exarch sent a little something to cover this very expense. A Verbert gold piece, no less. The first I've held in years.
Verbert gold? Real Verbert gold?
Here, newcomer, crack your coin purse with me.
No, you want my
Yes,
cooking
yes, I
pot.
did.
Jars and pots all smooth and shiny.
Over here!
Come and look.
You buy.
Enough of that! Calm, I say! This one must still journey through the barrens. Nothing bulky, nothing heavy, no pots.
Poor pot guy.
Nothing better for the road than a full belly. Spend that piece at Ronron's place, yes? Eat for 3 before you leave.
I don't know if it would be considered racist. I wouldn't trust anything that these Mords cook. I would not trust it. Hello, Ron. Let me see your wares. Their town is one letter off from soup. You're so right. Welcome to Ron's, traveler. I have wares to empty your purse and fill your belly. Take your time, stare and sniff before you choose, but no drooling on the merchandise, yes? Start food search. I would like to eat Ron. Silly customer, you cannot eat Ron. Not even for a Vobert gold piece. Skewers. Meat. Bread. Worm. Ron. Give me skewer. Oh, you'll like those. Chewy skewers. Find small frogs hiding under rocks, spear with stick, then roast over fire. Crackly on the outside, gooey on the inside, perfect for snacking. Ron. Damn it. How much gil do I have to spend to eat you? That's my ever-burning bounty, made with the best parts of a lizard. Good with special spicy spices. Some find the smell challenging, but it'll warm you up on chilly desert nights. Bread. I call that mush loaf. The middle is stuffed with bittersweet cactus fruit, so even if the bread dries out, it's still moist inside. Keeps you going in the heat. Didn't know I was funding cannibalism? We're not even from the same dimension. Eat Ron. Everyone's favorite. Plump white worm slathered in honey. Once you eat a glazed wiggler, you'll never want any other treat. Please don't call them that. They all look tasty, yes? Which to choose? Give me chewy skewer. Chewy. A quick easy meal to carry you across the desert. You have the gold. And done. One Voberite honor buys you 65 skewers. That's so many. That's so many skewers. All those poor frogs. Oh no. Oh, I shouldn't have trusted it. Will you eat the lot? Every last mouthful, or I think I'll share the rest. Huh. Eat every bite. What an appetite. What a belly. A new legend is born in Motsuk. Consider your coin purse cracked. I am pleased to accept your custom, and Gengen will be pleased that you honored ours. Keeping the merchandise down, yes. No returns. Oh, gross. Again. I was watching from here, Chrysanthemum. You honored our custom, and with great relish. No, there was no condiments at all, actually. You will always be welcome in Mordsuk. If you need anything in Amarang, we are here to provide. You have the courage, my friend. Run's wares are more exotic than harmful, but I don't envy you the bellyache you'll have on the morrow. Right, now that you've eaten, I expect you're eager to get back on the road. Would you mind if we delayed our departure a touch? I have a few deals left to close before I can conclude my business here in Mordsuk. Oh, offering your services, are you? Aye, well, an assistant would certainly help hurry things along. I have a receipt here for some goods that need picking up from the market. All properly paid for, you just have to do the lifting and carrying. I'll go and take care of some last-minute haggling then. See you in a bit. You may view the market receipt at any time during the quest by using the relevant item in the key items menu. Wait. Receipt. Table cactus, Thon, iron ore by Thol Toll. Nabatharang Antiques, Mill, to be collected from Mulmul. Gelgel? Zin? Tholtol, give me ore. Yoink. Cassard sent you, did he? Right, yes, what kind of ore was it again? Iron ore. Iron ore, of course, that would explain this box I have here. It's all yours. I see more sparkly. And more sparkly. Thonton. What was yours? Table cactus. You came in with Cassard, yes? Good. I can finally stop thinking about that sack. Please, take your prickly purchase. Give me the antiques. Yoink. Hey, no touching! That merchandise is spoken for. You couldn't possibly change my mind with a better offer. What? Cassard sent you? Why didn't you say so? I wouldn't dream of selling his goods to a higher bidder. Oh, no. Nabatharang relics, was it? All packed in that box there. Handle with care. Excuse me. Just gonna ride my motorcycle through town. Do some kick-ass, spin move. Don't tell me you've been around the entire market already. There you go. Okay, back. Had to switch to phone and lay in bed. Coda's nerve. Coda's nerve is killing me today. Well, I would recommend that you take something. If you haven't already. Sciatic nerve is killing me today. I don't know where that is, but it sounds painful. Ooh, I just bumped my desk. Aye, that's a lot, alright. Good work. And quick work, too, considering you've not set foot in the place before. I'd thought you wanted to sit in the city like the Exarch, but something tells me you're not a stranger to visiting strange lands. Biggest nerve in the body? Oh, yeah, that'd do it. Unfortunately, your efficiency presents something of a problem. I'd hoped to conclude all my business before you returned, but it seems there's been some confusion over one of the orders I placed. I'll have to drag in my middleman and sort this mess out. I'm sorry to make you sit around and twiddle your thumbs. Cassard, it feels like an age since I last saw you. That looked like Lise for a second. Well, if it isn't the lovely Tesleen. It has been a while, but your timing couldn't be better. This gentleman was on his way to meet with Alice. I'm supposed to be taking him to your corner of the desert, but a misplaced order has commandeered my attention. Wait, I know who you are. You do? Alice has told me so much about you. You're Chrysanthemum, aren't you? Yeah, that's me. I knew it! How wonderful to meet you in the flesh after hearing all those stories. I'm Tisleen. I work as a carer at the inn, and I've gotten to know Alice quite well since she took up guard duties there. Do you want me to take over as Chrysanthemum's guide, Cassern? My shopping's all done and packed for the road, so it won't be no trouble. That'll be a great help, thank you. Well, it looks like you'll be able to head straight out after all. My caravan and I will be in the area for a while yet. Seek me out when you've had your fill of Amarang, and I'll send you back to the Crystarium. Alice has been desperate to see you, Chrysanthemum. So let's get you to her sooner rather than later. The inn isn't too hard to find, really. You can actually see the top of the rock spires from here. We just need to swing around the ridge, then head south. Come on, I'll get my supplies together and meet you outside. Oh, is it those? No. It's this way? Or is this just where I'm meeting you? Oh, I didn't see you. All set? Oh, I should probably mention the wildfire. While most of them will leave you be wildlife. Well, most of them will leave you be if you keep your distance. The local coyotes have learned to prey on folk heading home from the market. I can usually swing a sword well enough to fend them off, but I may have lured myself down with too many bargains today. Do you think you can handle any beasts that try to make a meal of us? I thought you might. Alice was always saying how much you... let's get going, shall we? Already getting into trouble. Literally not even out of my eyesight. Wandering coyote. Yeah. Oopsie, wrong one. There we go. Okay, keep moving. Sorry, there wasn't much time to shout a warning. Were you bitten? Those things can be nasty. And yet hardly a match for you, it seems. I'd always thought Alice was strong, but in her mind, she was never. That would make sense. Alright, well, we should just push on. It might be best if you scout ahead and clear out any coyotes that have our scent. I'll wait here so you can fight without distraction. There it is. That's a big town over there. Bad dog. Bonk. At least the monsters aren't any worse than usual. There's another one, and now I gotta go back. I hate escort missions. Alright, Tesseline, have you had fun standing in one spot? Twitch? Yeah, I am streaming on there. Oh, thank goodness you're back. I could hear the howling and snarling from here. Frightful creatures. Let's hope the rest have seen your handiwork and know to avoid us now. I need to get these supplies back to the inn. Let's go. How far is it? I guess it's this town on the other side. Oh, no, it's here in the rock. This is it. Thanks to you, I didn't have to drop my shopping even once. Come to think of it, I'm glad I didn't make the trip alone. It seems you ended up escorting me. I'll have to repay the favor somehow, but first let's head inside, shall we? A lot of people down on their luck. Welcome to the inn at Journey's Head. You might be our first visitor from the Custarium since Talise arrived. It's not much, but it's home for the afflicted and a handful of carers. The afflicted? You don't know. I don't think I've met anyone besides Alice who was so unfamiliar with our situation here. Most folk have grown up knowing someone who knew someone. Might leave out something obvious, so it may be best to have Alice give you the full explanation. That's a good idea. Speaking of Alice, where? Let me attune. Now, where is she? I think she might be out on patrol. You could wait, I suppose. But why not go and surprise her? She usually takes a look at things from the watchtower first, so you might be able to catch her there. It's not far. Head out the south side and you'll soon see it. I'll stay behind in case she comes back while you're gone. The watchtower is pretty close. Hold on. Gimme! Yoink. Oh, Alice. Where are you? I'm getting pings. Sorry, just one moment. Okay. Alice is nowhere to be seen, but you spot fresh footprints on the ground, and they look to be about the right size. Why are you paying so much attention to her feet, Chris? The small footprints lead off to the northwest. The footprints continue to the northwest. Curve to the west. I'm not looking to fight random little dudes. More tracks here, but they end in a mess of disturbed sand. Ooh, wah. God damn. It's like crystallized light.
Get back here!
Get him, Alexei.
Is that... It can't be.
Seems like you got something else to focus on right now. Impressive.
Just a lesser sin eater. Nothing to write home about. I knew you'd turn up sooner or later, but I had been hoping for sooner.
That's not my fault. I like the outfit.
How are you?
I'm good. I saw the Warrior of Darkness. Crystal Exarch gave me a room. Still don't really want to be here.
We fought them to a standstill then. The Exarch did say that the Empire seemed to have drawn back when he last looked in on the source. But without knowing for sure how fast time was passing there, I couldn't help worrying that a lot might have happened since then. I'm heartily relieved to hear that it hasn't, just as Alphino must have been. As you can imagine, both he and Urianger were desperate to hear the news from home when I arrived. I haven't actually seen Thancred and Y'shtola yet, but they will have heard all the latest developments from the Exarch by now, or should have at least. When I think of how frantic Tataru and the others must be, I want nothing more than to rush back and reassure them.
Yeah.
But we still haven't found a way to reverse the summoning. And even if we had, we couldn't just ignore Urianger's vision. He may use 10 words where one would suffice, and they may often obscure as much as they reveal. But on this matter, he was as clear as day. I do not doubt for one moment that he saw what he claims. Nor how difficult it must have been to speak about them. The 8th Umbral Calamity and your death aren't exactly topics for idle conversation. As much as I might want to go home, I don't want to go home to that. We can't allow the rejoining to happen, which means we have to save the first from the Sin Eaters.
It makes sense.
That great wall of white is a remnant of the Flood. 100 years ago, the balance in the First tipped decisively in favor of light. From that moment, it rose and swelled with each passing day, and then, without warning, it burst forth like water from a broken dam. A colossal wave of pure light, drowning everything in its wake. Only Norvrant was spared. For the most part, living things are composed of ether of various different aspects. But when exposed to such a flood, their etheric harmony is shattered, and their natural form breaks down. Then they either perish, or are warped into mindless abominations. Yes, that's how the Sin Eaters came to be. They were once living creatures, or people, that were caught in the path of the flood. Once the change is wrought, there is no going back. In that instant, they are gripped by an insatiable appetite for ether, and will happily gorge themselves on any living thing within reach.
So wait.
But even that is not the worst of it. The stronger Sin Eaters can plant light in us, like seeds in soil, corrupting our ether.
Okay, there's
the birth of new monstrosities.
That's the answer to the question I was going to ask.
They are creatures of base instinct that exist only to feed and to multiply. They feel no pity, know no remorse, and are utterly deaf to reason, which is why they must be destroyed. Every last one of them. The infirmary is full of the Sin Eaters' victims, left here to spend their final hours waiting for the change to overtake them.
So what I'm hearing is that shit's bad. It's just a matter of time. More for some, less for others. Those patients will all become monsters in the end. And add insult to injury, the afflicted are feared, shunned, cast out of society, and exiled here to the edge of the world. The only good thing I have to say about this hellish place is that it has served me well enough as a training ground. Tesleen and the others have also been kind enough to share their knowledge of the Sin Eaters, which is knowledge I can now share with you, while you help me finish my patrol. Here's what we'll do. I'll take the east side of the inn, and you clear the west. That way, you can have an undiluted experience of the resident terrors. These marks on your map are where the usual trouble spots are. You can assume that any beast with a white hide or carapace is a Sin Eater, but you'll know for sure soon enough when they come slavering after your aether. Remember, it's kill or be killed with these monsters. Once you've slain whatever's prowling around out there, we can rendezvous back at the north entrance. Good hunting. Okay. Wait, I'm on the wrong side anyway. Okay, I'll kill you real quick, and then I'll move on. It looks like it at least gets darker, like it gets kind of shaded. But then it goes away real quick. Forgiven cowardice. These guys aren't too bad, but they're tanky. Everything feels tanky. It's probably because I'm a tank and I'm under geared for this area or something. Like, I mean, my sword is okay. It's about equal to what they've been giving me. Next spot. Are there other kinds of Sin Eaters? Because that's the only one I've seen so far. Is the like flying gargoyle looking thing. I guess there's no Sin Eater there. This one will probably have one. There it is. I like the idea of the Sin Eaters. I might have to try to find a way to yoink that idea. Okay, at least say I'm on my way. How did you fare? I found 2. I thought there might be 1 or 2 lurking on the fringes. Nothing out of the ordinary for this area. I expect you noticed it yourself, but individually, these lesser sin eaters are no more deadly than any natural predator you might encounter in the desert. It's when they appear in numbers that they pose a threat, much like the Void Sin. They have an unfortunate tendency to flock to the strongest of their kind. Thus, when a powerful sin eater goes on the hunt, it might be attended by a veritable swarm of weaker kin. Imagine an army of such creatures descending on a village or hamlet. That's the basic idea behind my patrols. To cull their ranks often enough that their numbers won't be overwhelming when the big ones come out to play. And you've certainly helped on that front. Let's report our victories to Tesleen, shall we? Yeah. Tesleen! Alice tells me you helped out on her patrol. You have our thanks. And my apologies for leading you from one battle to another ever since the moment we met. In any case, I'm glad to see the 2 of you found each other. You have no idea how badly Alice has missed your company. Everything is always, if Chris were here, he would. That's an exaggeration, and I don't sound like that either. I was simply trying to view methods from another perspective, and I respect Chrysanthemum's methods. Honestly, after seeing him in action, I can understand why. The way he leaps into the fray without hesitation, it really is something to behold. I might be a little smitten myself. I'm only teasing, though I've no doubt he deserves all the admiration he gets, just as you do. I'd love to lay out a welcome meal, but the duties I put off when I went to the market are still waiting for me. There were 101 things that need doing. I'm sorry, but would you mind waiting here with Alice? What, and twiddle our thumbs while you work yourself to death? Surely there's something we can help you with. I could do with a hand, it's true. Thank you. You can start by helping me sort out the larder, Alice. While we do that, could you tend to a few patients, perhaps? There are 3 in particular I meant to visit. It's just a matter of saying a few words to them and seeing that their skin isn't caked in sand. Their names are Pawnee, Pawnell, Todden, and Halric. They may not give much in the way of response, but I promise they'll be pleased to meet someone new. Alright, I can do that. Oh, they're all right here. Hi, Pawnell. I'm giving you a back rub, apparently. Thank you. How you doing, bestie? Todden glances up at you blankly, but you notice the tension in his face ease slightly. Yeah. Halric, you're just a kid. How did you get sick? Halric remains utterly still as you wipe the sand from his cheek. The texture of his skin has hardened into something akin to plaster. You're not far off from being a Sin Eater. I'm gonna have to just kill you real quick before you can turn. You've seen to the patients? How were they? Halric's gonna be dead soon. Good. That's good. I knew they would enjoy meeting you. I am concerned about Halric, though. I'll have to speak with the other carers, but I think his time may be near. We shall leave you to have that discussion, then. I was going to take Chris to Mord Souk if you have any errands to run that need doing. Well, suppose there is one thing. Would you pick up a nectarine from the markets, please? Cassard's caravan just passed through, so Run should have some fresh fruit. Come then, Chris. There's something I want you to see. Right after we stop at Run's stall, of course. Okay, bye, lady. Good luck with the sick kid. This way? Or are you pointing me to... Oh, okay. I'm just gonna teleport there. I will gladly pay 100 gil to not walk. What is this quest over here? Hi, Gengen. Ooh, ether current. I'll do that later. Run, I'm back for more skewer. Oh, back again, are you? You need another taste of Run's wares? Actually, we're looking to buy a nectarine. Do you have any in stock? Oh yes, nectarines, peaches, grapes, fresh and juicy. Given how richly you cracked your coin purse with me, I might still owe you food. Here, take this one, free of charge. Oh. The Mords are definitely not kobolds. Gods, I've never seen a Mord merchant give away something for nothing before. How much coin did you spend here? 1. Oh yes, I'll take a jar of honeyed worms as well. Huh? Oh, no, they're not for me. It's an offering of sorts. Thought you had developed a weird taste. Only the best wigglers for you. Come again, my friends. Right. That's our shopping chores taken care of. Let's head up past the Aetheryte to the main tower. The view I want to show you can only be seen from its very top. Let's go. I gotta climb all the way up there. That's fine. I'm sure that the inside is probably super easy to climb up. Oh. Here are your precious worms. That buys us a trip to the top of the tower, does it not? Glazed wigglers, you actually brought them. I really shouldn't let you, but just this once, alright? Only once. Never fails. Shall we?
Look, over there, where the wall is broken. Do you see what lies beyond? That's what the land became after the light flooded in. An empty white nothingness.
Like the burn.
Life cannot exist in such conditions. The primordial light would wreak havoc on the body's etheric balance. That nectarine you bought, It's Halrick's favorite fruit. Most of the patients, Halrick included, survived the attacks of powerful eaters. But their fate was sealed all the same. The monster's corruption has entered their bodies, and their very essence is being subsumed by light. The twisted state of the world itself just makes matters worse. Under normal circumstances, a person's ether naturally tends to equilibrium. But for these poor souls, the opposite is true. Sooner or later, every single one of them will turn. Tesleen and the patients, they all know this. They know what has to be done before the change goes too far, before the eater within takes over. The preferred method is mixing poison into their favorite food. In my time here, I've borne witness to a lot of last meals. I feel just as helpless as before. No matter how hard I fight, it's never enough. But it's a war I mean to wage, nonetheless. Speaking of wars, do you remember how I made you promise not to leave me and then promptly collapsed?
Yeah.
Well, let's just say I had a few choice words for the Exarch concerning the timing of his summons. But even if the fault lay with someone else, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd abandon you on the battlefield. So I swore that I'd make up for my absence there by making a difference here. And that's what keeps me moving forward, even when things seem hopeless. On which note, it's time we headed back. The longer we keep Tesleen waiting, the harder this will be for her.
Yeah, it's a really shitty situation. Better to just get it over with. I'm glad I was able to show you that. When it comes to understanding the catastrophe which befell the first, one glimpse of the empty wasteland beyond the wall is worth more than an hour of Urianje's lecturing. And I needed you to know beyond a doubt that Tesleen has no other choice. The nectarine will be a kindness. It isn't just the threat posed to others. When a person becomes an eater, the pain appears to be excruciating. The carers are truly fond of their wards and would spare them that suffering. It's their way of fighting back against a fate worse than death. Are we just going back? We're not. Wait. Oh. Yeah, that's other quests. Man, this whole place is screwed. One sec. Okay. Hi, Tesleen. I brought the nectarine to kill Halrick with. You're back. I hope you had a nice time. Did you manage to find a nectarine? This place is fucked. Thank you. Alice's explained why I wanted this, has she? I can see it in your eyes. But we may not need it just yet. I spoke with the others and we've decided to keep an eye on Halrick for now. Thanks to you though, if this time does come suddenly, we'll be ready to send him on his way with a taste of happier days. Well, nothing is going to happen for a little while yet, so let's see if we can't lighten the mood. We don't want our gloomy faces worrying the patients. I think it's time for that welcome meal, don't you? Take a seat and I'll make us a nice stew.
Speak up if you'd like another helping. I made a little bit more than usual today.
And you
Is there
added
poison
something
in it?
special to the broth, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh no.
Aye, well, it's not often we have visitors from the Crystarium, so I may have thrown in a few extra bits and bobs.
You needn't have gone to the trouble. I'll have another bowl then.
That's what I like to hear. Give me a moment to warm up the pot. In a place like this, you learn to take what moments of happiness you can get. I remember when I first came here with my mother. She was showing the early signs. I knew there was no way to save her, but I just couldn't face what needed to be done. That's the way of it for most people. Why they travel from arms to stay here. Beaten, broken souls come to wait out the inevitable, to receive the mercy of a painless death. When my mother finally left this world, I was mad with grief, but also thankful that her passing was a peaceful one. It's never easy, ending a life you've cared for, even when you believe they go on to a better place. I often find myself wishing the Warrior of Darkness would come and do that part for me.
The Warrior of Darkness?
You've never heard the tale? I'm not sure where it began, but every child in Norvrent could tell you a version of it. Warrior of Darkness, servant of death, take care of our souls at our dying breath. Let sinners and eaters of sin go with thee, that all may return to the sunless sea. Well, that's the version I was taught anyway. It's just an old bedtime story. He's certainly never deigned to visit us here.
Which is a good thing, surely. He sounds rather ominous.
Do you think so? I always liked the idea that he treated every soul the same, even the Sin Eaters.
It sounds like there's not even any hope left. All three of you are about to turn, aren't you?
Desleen! Have you seen Halric? I swear, I only took my eyes off him for a moment.
Oh, God. You couldn't have just given him the fucking nectarine. Chrysanthemum, Alice, we have to go look for Halric. I don't know what's gotten into him, but if he's wandering out there alone, we'll assign search areas and split up. Any idea where he might be headed? No, he's never done anything like this before. But it can't be a coincidence that the other patients are suddenly so agitated. They can sense something. In any case, let's keep the search close to the inn. Halric isn't very sure on his feet, so he won't have gotten far. I'll search the east side. Please, Halric. Please be alright. I'll cover the north and west then. You take everything from here to the south. I'm on it. I don't see any child over here, but I do see Sparkly. Oop, did not mean to hit my mic. See no sign of Halric. Maybe he went further west. Halric! It's time to take your medicine. You scan your surroundings in search of Halric and suddenly find yourself under attack. Forgiven folly. It's possible that this is Halric. I'm trying to make light of everything because if not, the stuff is gonna get depressing real quick. So I'm coping with dark humor. Point one. There you go. I guess that wasn't Halric. Let's come over here then. It sure seems like there's a lot of Sin Eaters. I thought for a minute that it was going to be like a kind of rarer enemy.
Any sign of him?
Not so far. Unless I killed him already.
No luck then. But he surely can't have gone far. We should keep looking. The Sin Eaters are out in force, and if we don't find him soon, you can be sure they will.
What is that one? You look so cool.
Did you see the size of that thing? It must be one of the nasty ones. Wherever it's going, it can only mean trouble. After it!
It looks really cool. I don't know if it would have much of an effect on me, considering I'm the Warrior of Light. I've already got a lot of light in me. There's not much room for more.
Is that... Oh no! Halric!
Yo! Oh no.
Tesleen! No!
She was trying so hard.
We all deserve happiness, wherever we can find it. The time left to you is precious. No one should die in pain. Mother, I...
No, she's turning. Oh no. Oh, that's horrifying. That's terrifying. And now we have two to deal with? Oh, you're not the same thing. But you have her face. No, she's aware. Is he about to turn too? That... I'm sorry, Chris. I tried to tell the Karas what happened, but I can't be the shoulder they lean on. Not like this. Oh, you're gonna make me? The game is really pounding it in how awful this place is. I imagine you're just as shocked as the rest of us, so I appreciate what you're doing here. Me? I can barely. I don't have the words. Without a body, we can't even give her a proper burial. And she cared about that sort of thing. About giving people the chance to say their goodbyes. You're gonna feel terrible because you were the one who wasn't watching Halric. It's just so unfair. Tesleen was always so cheery with the patients, telling them not to be scared, that there wouldn't be any pain. Of all the people in the world to suffer such a fate. Halric. Halric is as unresponsive as ever. He stands motionless, staring up into the sky where the Sin Eaters made their escape. What is that flying over there? Oh no, that's not something flying. That's like a windmill or something, I bet. I've spoken with the Karas. Thank you. What you're doing, it means a lot to them. To me. Sorry to interrupt. We realized we hadn't thanked you for rescuing Halric. You weren't hurt at all, were you? Hurt? There wasn't even a fight. I was too slow. Too late. And I thought I could protect you. You can't blame yourself for things beyond your control. You brought Halric back safe and sound. No one could have done any more. I'm sorry, but I've come to a decision. I won't be continuing in my role here. I hope you will forgive me for leaving you, and that you will delay Halric's last meal for as long as you can. Not until it's too late, of course. Just give him what time you can. We always do. Of course. She would have done the same. Farewell, Halric. Keep Tesseline's words close to your heart. Wait, you're leaving this very moment. I understand how you must feel, but surely this is a bit hasty? Do you even have anywhere to go? I have a destination in mind, yes. And a purpose. This damned light, building without cease. It's the reason we can't save these corrupted by the Sin Eaters. But what if we corrected the balance? Even if it were only little by little. Even if it took years. It would surely make things better. Now hold on there. Everyone knows there's too much light. But how could you ever hope to get rid of it? You'd have to change the whole world. That's right. We should return to the Crystarium. I may not be able to repel the Eaters on my own, but I can still use the skills I've gained here to hurt them. Speak with Alice at the Red Sarai? Oh, okay. It's the little camp. I felt something under my desk, so I like grabbed it with my foot. And I pulled on it. It was my mouse cord. Excuse me. Oh, we aren't even free of Piestas here. I'll be back for you, Gigantender. Oh, you almost fell down. Good save, bestie. They're so clumsy. The Fields of Amber, the river. Oh, you're kidding me. I have to go all the way around. Every now and then it gets kind of dark. Is there like clouds that keep getting in front of the sun or something? But it's not even coming from the sun, it's just the outside, like outer space in general. Ooh, Aether Current, I missed you. Gimme. Yoink. Excuse me, everybody. I'm not looking for a fight. Especially not with my big giant friend. Forgive me, Chris. I couldn't stay there a moment longer. But I was serious about what I said. While the men and women at the inn battle against this blight with kindness, I must fight it my own way, with steel. Miss Alice, is there anything I can get you? Your swiftest tomorrow. I need to return to the Crystarium immediately. As you wish. Send me to... Thank you. I have notification. Kiwi is live. Hell yeah. Remind me to wear goggles if we ever fly over Amarang again. I've barely gotten the sand out of my eyes. But the wind did help clear my head at least. I think I'm ready to meet with the Exarch. We need to talk about how we're going to wipe the Sin Eaters out. Shall we? Yeah. We'll finish this one, and then maybe I'll go and see Alpha now. I don't know if I'm gonna do Alphino's whole quest, but I'll at least go and see him. Thank you for seeking me out, Chris. It meant a lot to have you there at my side. I was tempted to set off again the moment we had decided upon a destination, but you still have to visit Alphino, haven't you? And if I know my brother, he'll be on the cusp of discovering something vital to our success, if he hasn't already. I'm content to stay here and consider our options for the time being, but don't keep me waiting too long, huh? Portal to the source. Alright, we'll go meet Alpha now. And see what he has going on. These are a silly amount of stairs. Over here? Yeah, the rookery. I'm sorry, Clan Nutsy member with the Nuts board? Sorry, Sinner, but my services are reserved for members of Clan Nutsy. In order to be eligible for the quest Nuts to You, you must have met the following requirements. Elite and Dangerous and Travelers of Norvan. The Clan Hunt board is covered in bills showing the details of wanted monsters, however you are unable to accept any of the bills posted at present. Okay, so it's just another thing. Clan Hunt board. It's interesting to see these guys here, because they're basically like smaller Amalja. Your face is unknown to me. What business have you at my rookery? Take me to Alpha now. Signed by the Exarch, no less. Yes, I can provide you with an Amaro for passage to Calusia. I will pick you out a friendly whelp. Amaro were often used to travel then? That's right. Mounts like my grey friend over there are a common sight in these parts. But I gather you hail from further afield. More accustomed to chocobos, perchance? I hear there are a few places where they ride little else. Seeing as you are plainly unaccustomed to riding Amaro, I think it best I accompany you on this flight. Any Zune worthy of the name could do it, of course, but the Exarch sent you to me. Ensuring you safely arrive is my responsibility. Gather your things and meet me at the Amaro launch. One of the junior tamers will attend to you while I ready the mounts. Hello, Tamer. You want to fly in Amaro to Calusia? Oh, I suppose if Master Genmai is going with you. Wait here, please. The Master should be along with the mount shortly. Let's go.
The whistling breeze, mute. The pounding surf, frozen. Time itself takes a breath. At light's edge, all is perfectly still. The world captured in a painting, locked in a moment. Music, faint and fleeting, drifts coastward on the lifeless air. And in the distance, beyond the broken earth,
it's Flimsa. We are arrived. This is Cracked Shell Beach on the eastern coast of Calusia. You should be safe here for the present. Compared to the mainland, Sin Eater attacks are far less prevalent, and the native beasts are not any more dangerous than elsewhere. It's the people you should be wary of. Spy you that city in the distance. That is Yulmore, the island's main settlement. It rivals the Crystarium in scale and was once an ally in our battle against the abominations. For years, the Yulmoran elite have fancied themselves the masters of what remains of our broken world. They have gone as far as to offer the leaders of other settlements their protection if we bend the knee. But to say their ideals are questionable would be putting it mildly. The Crystarium is one among many who resist their heavy-handed authority, and while we are not at war, our relationship with Yulmore is strained at best. It may be wise to conceal your ties with the Exarch during your stay here, especially in the vicinity of the city. I'm glad we understand each other. Now, the Exarch has instructed me to divulge a secret that should make finding your friend a good deal easier. Listen closely. I'm listening closely. If you head south along the coast, you will eventually come to a fisherman's shack. A friend of the Crystarium lives there, a man who goes by the name of Eivor. Eivor keeps an eye on everything that happens in Calusia, and will be able to point you in the right direction. Just hand him a sprig of thyme. That will let him know you can be trusted. Here, this should be enough. Find your friend. I will stay here with the Amaru until you're ready to return. Big Gooboo. Little hobgoblin red caps with their big red caps. Malt stash. Yeah, I don't know why it's called a hobgoblin. That's a red cap. Well, no, they don't have their steel-toed boots to kick you in the shin. Hello, Eivor. What are you after? Fish? Crab? Think I've got an eel in a barrel somewhere if you've a taste for him. A fragrant herb commonly found growing along the floodplains of the source. Oh, I do love a bit of thyme. Chuck some in the pan and it's like a bloody festival of flavor. Now, what is it I can do for you? Can't say there's been any major upsets to report these past few weeks. I'm looking for a teenager. Alphinoe. Aye, I know the one. Our young champion of the downtrodden. Yulmore's richer than all of Norvant put together, but it's a different story for them as live outside the city. Most spend every waking moment just trying to stay alive, which makes your friend's dedication to helping others stand out all the more. I can hazard a guess as to where he is now. Get a message to him. But you'll need somewhere quiet to meet, away from prying eyes. Make for Stiltide. That's the fishing village just up the path there. You're looking for a rundown excuse for a tavern the locals call the Leaky Keel. Wait there and I'll see that Alphino joins you. Do I ever go to Yulmore? Does not look like it. At least not right now. But what if I... Oh, you do go to Yulmore. Cool. This your first time in a tavern? It's customary to buy a drink if you mean to loiter. What'll you be having? Give me mead. A fine choice, and what'll you be paying with? Gil. Well now, those are exotic. Where did you come by coins like that? I'm sorry, dear, I don't doubt they have value, but I don't have a touchstone to test their purity, and I'm not about to go begging for one from the neighbors, so we'll just have to come to some other arrangement. Ah, here's an idea. There's a common to the north where we grow our vegetables, but lately the pests have been eating more of them than we have. What say you do a bit of extermination work? I want you to squash any vermin you find, then visit the caretaker and give him an earful from me for sleeping on the job. He'll be in the old silo next to the fence, snoring like as not. Do that for me and you can laze about here as long as you like. I mean, I feel like, you know, money... I get that you don't, like, understand the value of it. I can give you more. This isn't where I thought I was. Search the field for vermin to exterminate. Blighted crops. Come here so that I can kick you in the junk. Flies. Oh. Oh, and it put him back. I was really hoping I could just fight all of them at once. It is very... wait. Okay, we still have squapes in Mozambique. I remember reading something about when they did a graphics overhaul in the game, and they had removed squapes, and the fan base rioted until they gave them back. Where are you? Get out here. Come do your job. No response, knock louder. Knock, knock, knock. No response, knock again. I bet he's dead. I feel like if you're not responding after all this, you're probably dead. You hear a faint squeaking from the room beyond. Time to burst in and save the day, brave adventurer. No one's home, and judging by the lack of furniture, they haven't been for some time. The odd scraps of vegetables on the floor suggest rats have taken up residence in their absence. Nobody's here. That's unfortunate for you guys. I suppose it's time for me to farm. Oh, I'm getting tired. Welcome back, dear. What did that good-for-nothing caretaker have to say for himself? He went... gone, hmm? Must have left to join the rest of the hopefuls. In Gate Town, outside Yulmore. You don't have a clue what I'm talking about, do you? And there I was thinking you were another dreamer. Well, never mind all that. Take a seat wherever you like, dear. You've more than earned it. I'll even throw in another drink on the house.
And how is business today, Mistress Theva?
I saw the arm and I thought he was, sick. I like your I like your coat.
Oh, frenetic. Look, I have a new customer.
Why are you hiding his face?
'Tis good to see you, my friend.
I thought that something bad happened to him.
The barley seeds you wanted. They should produce a better harvest than the last.
What, just like that? Oh, Alfie, no, you really are a dear.
No,
Well,
he's an Elzen.
I'd best be tidying up some of those empty shacks before the pests move in. Keep an eye on the place while I'm out, eh?
It seems an age since last we spoke. Not since the prisoner exchange in Doma. And Yotsu. It has been even longer for me, of course, if you count the days I've spent here. The time has only added to the relief I feel seeing you safe and well.
Aww. Me? I was more worried about you. We thought we'd lost you.
Huh. Alize said much the same thing. I don't think I've ever had such a scolding. But I believe an exchange of news is in order. Come, tell me of your arrival and all that came before.
Well, I fought Xenos after I killed Xenos. I had a headache and he nearly killed me.
I see. Both the Exarch and Alize told me what they knew of events, but I had stubbornly clung on to the hope that all-out war might yet be avoidable. And poor Tataru. She must be sick with worry. We must endeavor to return as soon as we may. It would be nice to bring her good tidings for a change.
Yeah.
But before we bid this world farewell, we must first ensure that it is not rejoined to the source. We must prevent the 8th Umbral calamity. Urianger's vision of the future has, I fear, every chance of coming true. By his description, the catalyst for the calamity was a formless and deadly weapon employed by the Garlean Empire.
The Black Rose?
Which can only mean one thing. Black Rose. Gaius was telling you the truth. When we were on the trail of the Ascians, we saw evidence that the gas was being manufactured once more. Gaius was adamant that the project had been scrapped. But so long as there are wars to be waged, there will always be those determined to win by any means. And thus simply destroying the existing stores of Black Rose would do little to alter fate's course. In that sense, our involuntary journey here to the First was something of a boon. Together with the Exarch, we've developed a theory as to how we believe the rejoining will be set in motion. I'm sure Urianger himself will cover the subject in more detail. But I can tell you the process requires that both worlds, the Source and the First, be facing an existential threat. One being Sin-Eaters, of course. They are a menace that I would dearly love to remove, and not just to avert a calamity. I may be a stranger to this world, but I will not stand idly by and let innocent people be slaughtered. That is what brought me to the gates of Yulmore. Ignoring its pretensions as a kind of capital city to what remains of the world, it is nonetheless a center of power and authority. If any solutions are to be found, I believe our search should begin there. What say you, old friend? Hungry for another adventure?
I think that I've gotta be.
And so we take to the road once more.
Yeah, I think that with everything going on, I don't have a whole lot of choice but to be up for another adventure alpha now. But that is where we are going to end things for tonight. And I may be back in the morning. It depends on what time I get up. But first, we gotta go check the cactpot. Just on the off chance that I happen to win it and can get my my Sabatender Imperador. Take me to the cactpot. $1,000. $1,000. Come on. Oh. Damn it. Purchase more tickets. No, wait, that's wrong. There. Get another ticket. There. New tickets have been purchased. Alright. What bow is that? That looks really cool. Augmented Crypt Lurker's composite bow. It's 11 levels below you, my man. Oh, I forgot I was still alive for a second. I was just running over here to collect my money from the market board. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Hope you all have a good one.